Good morning everybody, welcome back to TF Custom Shaving Brushes Workshop. My name's Tony, how are we all? I see Brett and Amber are in there nice and early this morning. Amber's only paying a very short visit. I know you're kind of busy over there at the moment, Amber, so yeah, you go for it whenever you need to, aye. I'm all good. As you can see, I've already started on this this little handle in here. This is one of the other two that I've got to go over to the States. And the other one I shipped the other day, so it's on its way to its new owner over there. And this one and this one will be heading over to the States shortly as well, hopefully, all going well. So this one's rusticated and this one's deep blood, or dark blood, something like that. And then we've got this black one with the orange stripe in it, which I showed you the other day, still to be done. But we're going to do this one today, which, like I said, I've already started on it. It's a fairly simple shape, this one. I have done this one before. I think a fella here in Australia bought this one. Well, the same shape anyway, same colours, same blank, everything. So this fella in the US has asked for one that looks similar, so that's what we're going to do this morning. So it's, like I said, it's a fairly simple shape, shouldn't take us too long. I've already started, I've already got it set for the knot. I've started shaping the top, we're just going to shape the bottom and then part it off, turn it round, part it off and do all the usual stuff. So we'll just see what's going on in the chat first. It's Saturday morning, it's nice and relaxed on a Saturday morning, isn't it? I'm very well, Amber, and I hope you are too. Stinking hot up here, we're in the middle of a heat wave now. Even at this time in the morning, it's actually, I'm clammy this morning. It's very hot for this time in the morning. We're in the middle of a heat wave, so they reckon it's going to get stinking hot. Some parts are going to get 40 odd degrees, up to you know, well into the 40s. So I guess they won't be looking forward to that. That's 40 degrees C, so it's pretty bloody hot. Anyway, paint your war face on. Yeah, so anyway, look, I think I'll get started, and whoever drops in the stream drops in, we'll just welcome them in, and yeah, we'll get going, eh? The quicker we can get this done, the quicker we can all get back to our normal Saturday chores and tasks and whatever else. Either that or just kicking back and relaxing and enjoying it in the air conditioning. Anyway, let's just have a little bit of a looky at this one. So as I said, this is a shape that I've done before. I'll actually show you in, if I go to camera 3, I can actually show you because I've got it in my phone here. So this is what we're replicating, or something very close to that today. You can probably see that there, just. So that's what we're replicating today. Hopefully it'll turn out okay. It's going to have a fan, a 26mm fan. In it as well, so which I've already set, so it's been set with a loft of 53mm. That's what the customer wants, and that's roughly where I would have set it anyway. So yeah, okay, well, let's have a bit of a looky, eh? So I reckon that this is going to taper in a bit there. Okay, and I think we'll take that back now and we'll go on with the carbide. Just to get a little bit of shape. I think my neighbour's outside doing a bit of work on his place again, so we might hear a few funny noises. There he goes, cutting something. Keep the air hose handy. It's going to be one of those brushes, I think, that it's going to continually need to be cleaned out. Yeah, well that's the way, mate. We've got air conditioning out there and we've got the pool out the back as well, so we can always drop in the pool and just cool off, buddy. Not that we use it much, to be honest. Yeah, she's going to be a stinker. What are they predicting for down in New South, Brett? The same? I think it's hitting this whole side of the coast, isn't it? So let's have a look at the picture. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. So you can see I'm just sneaking up on that shape now, very slowly, carefully, because we can't go too far with this one, real quickly. Just giving myself a bit more room to get in with the tool rest. So I just want to round this over a little bit just to get a better idea of the shape, because that's what's going to happen with that. It's just going to round right over. Needs to be thinned down a bit more yet. Just got to thin it down a bit now. Yeah, exactly, mate. It's going to be stinking, isn't it? can have another look at this photograph just to see how we're travelling with it. Yeah, that's pretty much there now. Just got to tweak the bottom a little bit, and I think we're almost there. Maybe just take that band in a little bit. Which will allow us to tweak the handle a little bit more. It still looks a little bit chunky. That's getting there. Now we'll just drop that down again. We'll come in and we'll just round that little ring off. I call it a ring, it's not really a ring though. Just come back here, go up a bit more. Just refine this a bit more. We'll leave that at that. I think the shape's nearly there now, eh? Just going to round this a little bit more. It'll round more with the sandpaper anyway. I think that'll about do it, I think. Okay, have we got in the chat? We still only got Brett and Amber in there. No worries, Amber, we'll catch you next time. You have a good Thanksgiving, eh? Right, I'm just going to tidy that a little bit. And I think we're there, Brett. I think we're there, mate. Right, let's see what we got. I can see we need to clean that little ledge up in there. That's better. That's better. Yep. And hopefully we can just put a little bit of finish into that very top of the handle now. Just to give that its final look. The rest will get the sandpaper. Okay, we're done there. So move this right out the way. Just blew all my sandpaper off. Right, get that right out the way. Move that right out the way. Right, done. Now we will need the parting tool, because I do want to just define the bottom a little bit more. Square that up. That's it. Get rid of that. And I think just need to put a little bit more on there. thinking more. There. And I think that should do it. So let's have a looky, eh? No, it's exactly the same, mate. It's still on medium. I checked it back last night because I watched it back. On Thursday night. I watched it back to see if the quality had dropped. But even although I was watching it when YouTube was still rendering it, it was still clear like how it normally is, even when I was watching it back when they were rendering it. And then I checked it the following morning after they had finished rendering it, and it was back to normal 1080p, 60 frames a second. So nothing's changed really, Brett, as far as the quality of the video from what I can see. And like I said, we're still streaming on the same set we were on Thursday night this morning, so seems to be all good so far. It dropped the data rate from about 9.1, 9.2 down to about 7.1, 7.2, which is bouncing around on at the moment. So it's only dropped at 2 megabytes a second. 2 megabytes a second. It's only dropped it by that from one to the other, but it certainly hasn't changed the quality of the video at all. So I think, like I said, I think YouTube are having issues as well, which won't be helping the entire thing either. So I think that's probably more the issue than anything else. Okay, we'll slow that down. We'll have a look and see how that's looking. Yeah, I think we've captured it pretty well. From that to that. Drop that down in size a little bit because it's... There we go. I think we've got it okay. So we can put the picture away now. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it's just YouTube, mate. I think they've been having some issues, and I did go online and try to find some information, and yes, they have been having issues from what I could see online, but you never get to know the full story, do you? So anyway, we will soldier on. Yeah, it's a real sort of, how would you put it? It's sort of like a real metallic-y red, like a real dark, deep red. Sort of metallic-y. And then obviously you've got that sort of black to charcoal sort of in it as well. And the other one, like I said, the other one's very, very similar, which is what I call rusticated. And it's more of a sort of rusty brown colour. They look fairly similar when you see them together, but once they're polished up and you see them together, they're actually two totally different colours. So yeah, rusticated, and this one's dark blood, or yeah, I think it's dark blood. I'm a little bit concerned about these ones because the fellow that asked me to make them for him hasn't contacted me in the last week, and I've sent him a couple of emails. So unless something's happened to him, or unless he's away from being able to reply to emails, but I thought, well look, I'll make them anyway, and if he comes good and replies back, then they're his. But if he doesn't come back to me, then they'll need to go up for sale. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully he'll come back to me. And I don't like taking money off people for holding deposits or anything like that. That's not me. I like to do the work, agree on what we want, do the work, and if the customer's happy with the finished outcome, then he pays me. And if he's not happy with it, then it's no problems. I just put it up for sale. And that works for me. Oh yeah, definitely. I've never been stuck with one yet, mate. Well, I got a few in the cabinet that don't seem to sell, but that's fine. I mean, it's mostly all the very, very plain and ordinary shapes that never sell, but you got to try these things, and then it gives you a better picture of what people like, what they want. So it looks like it's just me and you again, buddy. I don't think Resin was making it today. He was going cherry picking or something with the family, wasn't he? I think T-Man said he was going to try and drop in, but It's no dramas. Surprised Sam's not dropped in, because I think Friday was his last, unless he's doing things with the family, I guess. I think Friday was his last day of exams. This shines up nicely, this one too. It gets a nice shine on it, this one. Mind you, they all have been lately. I think since I changed the buffing setup over to the separate buffer, instead of doing it on the lathe buffer, and also the compounds that I'm using now, I think since I've started doing that, it's made a massive difference to the finish on the handles. But some do polish up more than others. Some you can buff and buff and buff and they just don't polish up. And sometimes I think a lot of it's got to do with the colours. Some show better than others. Grey Dog. Is Grey Dog in the house? Yes, he is. Good morning there. Well, good night to you, or whatever it is. Good afternoon. Yes, happy Thanksgiving, buddy. Amber was in before, but she's gone because she's got all the family coming over for Thanksgiving, so she was still cooking and getting herself organised, so she's gone. She just dropped in to say goodbye. Excuse me. Right, so got that one and that one. Now we're on to this one. Keep that one up there. Keep that one up there. Yeah, I remember you said you were having the family over and the grandkids, and yep, and your sons. How did it go? All right? All good? I was just saying to Brett before, we're in for a scorcher over this weekend. We've got a bit of a heat wave going through. So we're getting up to 40 into the 40s degrees Celsius, which I think Brett said before is about 90. Did you say it was about 93 or something, Brett? Fahrenheit. So we're in for a hot, sticky weekend this weekend, mate. Yeah, and I reckon we're going to top that. Some parts. Sweet. Teamwork, mate. As you can see, I'm doing my favourite job here. minutes and minutes and minutes of sanding and sanding and sanding and more sanding. You got a thing about Siri, mate. She keeps you company now and again, does she? One more grit after this one, and then we're on to the wets. It reminds me, I've got to order more of those wets because that's the last set I'm on now. I get into verbal blues with mine, it can never understand me. When I get in the car and I try to navigate somewhere via voice, it always gets it all wrong. It's frustrating. I end up just saying, whatever, turn her off. Oh yeah, the old dial where you had to put your finger in the holes with the numbers and just dial the numbers. And then it started getting all fancy and they went to push button numbers. Yep. I remember having to jump in the car when I was on building sites and job sites and I needed to contact the office. And I remember having to jump in the car a lot of the times and drive to the nearest public phone box. And then you had to have enough change in your pocket to keep feeding the telephone, especially when you're on the phone for quite a while. You discuss all your issues with the office and then you'd hang up and jump in the car and drive back to the building site. And then they came out with the big bricks, the big mobile bricks, that you had to take to the building sites. When they first started releasing the mobiles, they were absolutely huge, with the big batteries. Yeah. That's why people can't think for themselves now, especially in the construction industry. A lot of people can't think for themselves because what they do now is they're on the job and they just, excuse me, pick up the mobile phone, ring the boss and make the problem his problem. Nobody can solve problems on building sites now. We used to have to try and solve it, and if we couldn't solve it, then we'd make the phone call. Nowadays, people just jump on the phone and make it other people's problem. They can't think, they can't solve problems and issues. We're sounding like three old grumpy men this morning, aren't we? Yeah. So true, mate. So true, aye. The younger generation think they know it all. They think they're experienced. But they haven't lived, have they? Had everything done for them. Decisions made for them. And expect everything. It's funny how the generations change. Yes, that's a long time ago. Do you know that the UK still pay for a TV license? Yeah, you had to get up off your bum, go to the TV and press the button or turn the knob. They have done for years and years and years, mate. The whole time of television, they've always had to pay a license, TV license. Crazy, aye. Right, that's us onto the wets, I think, fellas. So we'll get rid of these for now. Put all this back over here for now. We'll get rid of them, because we may use them again on the bottom before we throw them. Right, we'll get our soft touch pads. Yeah, I'll need to order more of them because they're we're getting low now. One of them's almost, the first one's, the rough one's almost burnt out in the middle. Okay. Slow it down. Isn't it nice? It's a nice colour, isn't it? Exactly, mate. Building billy carts and sleds and all sorts of stuff, eh? Going out exploring. We used to go up into the bloody Pentland Hills and we used to go exploring and ferreting and fishing and, you know, as a kid. To, you know, a couple of your mates and off you'd go. Or you'd be playing in the street, front of the house. Do you remember with the old televisions, you used to have the indoor antennas if you couldn't afford to put an outside one up? You had to keep moving it around to get a picture. You had the old bunny ears, the two antennas that extended out. And if you were real modern, you had the fancy shaped ones. Now we are giving our ages away, aren't we? That's right, you had to be home by a certain time of the night. That's what's wrong though. That's why kids nowadays have got no respect for people, for other people, or for other people's property. There's no the same respect there now in the younger generations than what there was in the older. And now they want to change things that have been, you know, set in their way for years and years and years and years. I'm not against change, but I think some of the changes that have been made of late are just ridiculous. Too many goody two-shoes out there nowadays. You're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that. You know, we're over-governed. Too many minority groups having too much to say and getting away with it. That's the way, Grey Dog. That's the way, mate. Yeah, that's the trouble, guys. That's it, exactly. That's the point I was making before about too many goody two-shoes, too many people got too many things to say. Minority groups having too big a say. And getting away with it, you know, like that's the stupid thing. Yeah, that's what I mean. You're not allowed to do anything, say anything, do anything. Because it offends or because it, you know, it goes against the, you know, it's just crazy. I'm afraid I'm still very, very much old school. I don't agree with a lot of the shit that goes on nowadays. Yeah, bring back the good old days, I say. You know, if you've done something wrong, you got a good smack across the backside or a good slap across the head, you know, or whatever. Never done me any harm. And I've brought my kids up like that, and it's very pleasing when you go somewhere and people say, oh, Jesus, your boys are so nice, you know, they're well-mannered, they're well-behaved, they're this, they're that, they're very polite. And it's just in their upbringing. If you let them away with things when they're younger, then expect that when they're older. And that's the problem nowadays. People can't lift their hand to smack a kid or, you know, reprimand them, or you're not allowed to speak to them in a tone of voice, or, you know, it's just, people frown upon you, you know. Exactly, yep, Brett, I agree with that. That's one of the, I mean, I still do that to this day. Exactly. But it's getting to the stage now that when you do all those things, people look at you as if, you know, what's wrong with you? Can't you open the door? Or can't you, you know? It's crazy. Yeah, stupid, eh? Absolutely stupid. The world has gone mad. Anyway. We're getting there, guys. We're an hour and 20 in, and we're on the last few of the wet, so we're doing not too bad this morning. Mind you, I had started it earlier, hadn't I? Yeah. Ah, well. It is real world life problems currently though, isn't it? It's just the way it is, eh? But for me, it's good to hear that. For me, it's good to hear that I'm not the only one that still thinks that way. So I know it's not just me. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you sort of start doubting yourself. You think, well, you know, how are they getting away with this? Or, you know. Excuse me. Sorry about my coughing and grunting noises, guys. It's just I do have Barrett's esophagus. I do have medication for my Barrett's, and now and again sometimes my throat gets a lot really croaky. So it's not that I've got COVID or anything, it's just I do have Barrett's esophagus. So just another one of my old ailments. Getting old ailments, God, eh? Anyway, I'm really liking this handle. It's looking superb. So I'm just going to put all that over there aside for now so we can do the bottom. What I will do is I'll dry that off. Right, that's that dried off. What we'll do now is we'll turn it around, I think, and we'll put the other chuck on. Yeah, exactly, mate. That's it. Aye, that's the problem. Now, oh, there's the other chucks on the other lathe, isn't it? I'm wondering where my other chuck is, but now I remember we had to put it on here, didn't we? I'm going to have to clean up the old, the little lathe. It's not been getting much attention of late. We've been doing everything on the big lathe. It's just so much easier. Right, to get rid of that, Kate. Actually, what I'll do is I'll put a little bit of, oh no, because we've got a buff yet. That's all good. It's amazing how strong the epoxy resin is, eh? Right, now. Right, speed it up a bit. Give ourselves a little bit of clearance here. There we go. I've got the fan on in the background, but I think it's just blowing hot air around now. See if my whirlybirds are spinning round. Yeah, they're spinning, but they're not spinning very fast. Right, we shall put the fastener bit back in, 25mm, so we can set up for the medallion, or coin, or whatever you want to call it. Slow it down. Check the depth. And that should do it, I think. Okay. Will do. We'll go in with the fine sandpaper. Probably too fast. Am I sticking my head in the way again, mate? I'll try and stand to the side. I know I've got a habit of doing it. That should be good there now. So we'll get the wets over again. What's that hair place? Ashley and Martin. Maybe I need to go there, eh? This one's going over to the States, mate, along with the next one too. And the one that went away the other day was also to the States. Right, we'll just dry that off again. Done. So we'll take that off. Lovely. And we'll get rid of that chuck out the way for now. And we shall get our glue, our polish, a little glue board, our mixing stick, our handle, our knot, and the coin, and we're all set. So what I'll do is I'll go to camera 4 now, and we'll go to the buffer, and we'll give it a good buff. It's a nice easy one to buff, this one, so This whole buffing process that I've got now is much better than what I had previously. I'm getting a much better finish on the handles, every handle that I do now, than what I was getting before. And I think a lot of it's just this new grinder with the bigger malts than the small ones that I was using. And also the compounds I'm using now seem to be doing a better job than the original compound that I had. Right, now we just do these curvy bits. Good. That'll do it for the that one. We'll do a little bit of Fabulous now. Right. it there first. Lovely. Oh. I think that'll do it, guys. Keep doing that. I take that chuck off too soon, don't I? I don't get the polish on. Right, a little bit of polish. And I'll change his back to the other camera shortly. Right, let's see what's going on in here. So we'll put you back to camera 3. And we'll put the little picture-in-picture on camera 2. And then I'll get the chat back up. I'm just reading your laser hat, mate. Laser cap. Yeah, that's a beauty, isn't it? Oh, too much. Not to worry. Too much. Ugh. Right. No, good lurkers are fine. It might be people in other countries that don't speak the lingo or whatever could be watching. You never know, eh? Could be Razor having a sneaky look. Aye, what do you reckon? Yeah, it's all good. There we go, that'll do that one. Look at the shine on that. Absolutely wonderful. Right, we'll get the coin out, get it ready. I will take that chuck back off again. So we'll undo the handle. A little bit of polish around that top rim there. Anyway, set that there for now. We'll get this off. Take the chuck off. And we'll change, we're in the right one, we're in camera 3 there, camera 2, that's fine. We'll put a little bit of epoxy in here. One good thing about the high temp, the epoxy's running out the bottles nice and easy. Normally I've got to squeeze and squeeze, now it's just coming out nice and simply, just runs out. Right, we need a little bit of gritty sandpaper. That's that ready. It's the knot ready, the coin's ready. We'll just mix this up now. Boy oh boy, it's like water. All right, we'll get a little bit in for the coin on the bottom. See if it'll go in this time. That last one we had problems with, it wouldn't press in. I had to use the old, the little lathe and the tailstock lathe we used to do when I was doing the videos from the little lathe. Just didn't seem to want to go in. It trapped air, I think. So I had to actually press it in. Right, that'll do that. See how we go with that. Yeah, that one's gone in okay. A little bit of ooze out, so we'll get that in a sec. Now we'll get the rest of that glue in there for the knot. I can feel the warm air coming off that fan now. Okay, that'll be that. Put a little bit on here just to work it in. That'll do it. In she goes. So we'll just get rid of that. Use that cloth. I'll just get a clean piece of cloth and some metal. Put this back down on there, out the heat. On the floor's the coolest place. Other than in my little fridge over there, my little bar fridge, which is full of glues, different types of glues and wood finishes and stuff like that, just to keep everything cool. I got all the front lawns mowed last weekend. The back still needs done, but it'll need to wait, it's too hot. Do it later in the afternoon, or I might have to leave it until we've got a cooler day. Right, that's that done. So let me get rid of this. Let me put my little channel subscribe button down there. If we've got people in the stream that haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I'd really much appreciate it. Click the little bell, ding, and you'll get notified anytime I put any new videos up or when we go live with a video. Give us a like as well while you're there, might as well. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Now, let's have a reveal on this little handle here. I'm pleased with the way that's turned out as well. It's come up nice. So let's just get you in on camera 3, eh? We'll go there first. So there she be. Dark blood. And that's the shape that the customer picked out from one of my previous handles. And you can see we've got the coin in the bottom there. TF Custom shaving brushes. Beautiful and shiny. The red is so shimmery, aye, and it's got depth in it because there's obviously some clear in there as well, so it's got a bit of depth in it. Very nice. And we'll try you on camera 2 just to see if we get a different view there. There we are. Sorry if my hand gets in the way on the top of the knot, it's just the way it is. Just check it's sealed properly, yep, it's all good. And that's set at a loft of 53, which is what the customer wanted, but that's, like I said earlier, that's probably where I'd have set this anyway, around about that sort of 51, 53 mark. Yeah, so there we go. Another TF Custom shaving brush handle. Brush, I should say, not a handle, it's a brush. Alright lads, I think that's about me, eh? We'll sit that there for now. I'll go back to camera 1. We're all done and dusted again, fellas. I'm going to leave yous now to go and enjoy the rest of your weekend. How does that sound? Let me just get my subscribe thing out the way. We'll come back to the chat and see what yous are up to. Razor the cleaning lady. He's all good. He's a busy man, he's a busy man. No problems, Brett. I know you appreciate them, so I'm only happy to make them for you, mate. And I thank you for your support and your business. It's much appreciated too, mate. Anytime. Alright guys, I think that's us done, eh? We'll leave you guys to get on with the rest of your weekend, and hope you have a good one. Don't stay out in the heat. I'm going to go in the aircon. I might even drop in the pool later on this afternoon, so cool off. We'll see how we go, eh? I don't like being in the house with all the windows and doors shut. That's my problem. I normally turn the aircon on and then open all the doors and windows up. I should really keep them closed, shouldn't I? Yeah. Anyway, look guys, you guys take care. Stay safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And we'll catch you on TF Custom Shaving Brushes Workshop videos on, it will be now Tuesday night, 6 PM, Queensland time, Australia. Okay? So we'll see you then, guys. You guys all take care, stay safe. See you, eh? Ta-ra.